For the second weekend in a row, people on Tybee Island are taking to the streets. But imagine trying to navigate it when it's not in your first language. Cuando la información no está en su propio idioma. Now, this is the intersection where Chatham County police say he got out of his car with a gun and started shooting at businesses across the street. Then each officer will go through training to learn how to safely deploy these devices. Dr. Daly has been performing this procedure for years, but this is what he's calling the game changer. Even though the Braves are losing, these guys up here are still celebrating. Isn't that right, guys? Yeah! 45 roads closed across the county and 5 that look like this completely washed away from the rain. Lindsay Ebert woke up to a knock on her door, a police officer telling her that her husband Tim had died. Do you know that Christmas song, Bells Will Be Ringing? The day many people across the coastal empire have been waiting for is here. But what some people are upset about is who has to pay the deposit and who doesn't. And she's hoping to fall asleep just a little bit easier tonight with the help of her daddy. Join us for these stories and your weekend forecast coming up on Fox 28 News after the game.
He's drowning. He's drowning. I said, I think he's drowning. And they kept asking him, are you okay, bud? Are you okay?
As fast as one wave crashing into the next. That's how fast witnesses say it happened.
It happened so fast, and I looked at him for a second. And right when I took my eye off and turned around again, he was jumping in the water.
This man who didn't want to go on camera says he was fishing on the pier when he saw the man who jumped.
He put his right leg up on the pier, and then he took it down, then he put the left leg up there. And when he put the left leg up there, he jumped. And I guess he tried to dive head first, but he kind of went a little bit sideways, and his arms was like going in a circle of motion, I guess like if you're falling off something.
He says after he noticed the man never came back up, people tried throwing a fishing net for the man to hold on to. Others tried to go find help.
They said right before I got back, his last words, he said 4 words like, help me, help me, help me, please, help me, please.
Tybee Island officials tell us it happened just after 8 p.m. Tuesday night.
I believe alcohol was involved.
Emergency crews searched for 3 hours, eventually finding the man's body at 11:25 p.m.
And it's like a round-the-clock vigil until we find the people and bring them home. So it's something we take very personally, and it's never easy.
Sean Gillen, Tybee city manager, says this drowning marks the 4th this calendar year.
It's more than what we've seen in the past. We average 1 to 2 per year.
Those 4 deaths have now sparked a change on Tybee. By the beginning of next season, 6 beach cameras will be installed.
Those cameras will have night vision, or some of them will, and we're going to try to use that. But that means you got to man the monitoring rooms 24 hours a day.
Until then, he never advises swimming in the ocean once the sun goes down because the water can be so unpredictable. With new information and guidelines coming out every day, this virus is confusing enough. But imagine trying to navigate it when it's not in your first language. Cuando la información no está en su propio idioma.
The difficulty that I find is the information is mostly in English.
Alfonso Ribot is the CEO of the Savannah Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. He and his board have been working around the clock trying to get information on COVID-19 out to Savannah's Hispanic community and business owners.
There's a lot of people, that they don't know how to read it well.
What I think is a bad situation for everyone, especially for the Spanish people, because they don't know how to find the information. The information is changed every day.
She also helps translate information, and over a month into this pandemic, she says there are still Spanish speakers in Savannah that know very little about this virus.
Well, I receive calls about people feeling bad and they don't know what to do.
It's something the Savannah Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is working on, but Ribot says there's difficulties translating a concept that's so new.
We're talking about pandemia. Okay, we cannot use really simple words that I translated from the English to the interpretation that this is real, this is es urgente, rather than it's important.
He says they're working as fast as possible to get out correct information in Spanish, but they need more local resources to help.
All right, give me 30 hooks up top.
This is not your typical boxing class.
20 jabs in the middle.
It's a GEM class.
The motto is GEM for Gem. Get excited and move.
And it's helping those with Parkinson's take a swing against their disease.
4 years ago, I woke up one morning and I couldn't walk good. I'd had a mini stroke in my sleep. I was dragging my right foot.
And now Tom Webb is packing punches 3 times a week.
Feel good. It's feel like I've got energy.
5, 6.
These athletes do both
7,
resistance training
8,
and boxing for 40 minutes. And they tell me these gloves and this bag give them power.
I feel so strong when I'm hitting that bag.
Parkinson's disease affects a person's movement.
Sometimes I have a lot of trouble writing. My hands start shaking.
And this class has been training people in Savannah for 4 years, helping them control the tremors this disease can cause. Where do you think you would be right now if you didn't have this class?
I don't want to think about it. It makes a big difference.
Step left.
And the coach
Jump
tells me
back.
these athletes' lives are changed each time they walk out of this class.
And you're out.
It's not your typical boxing class because they're jabbing and jumping to knock out Parkinson's.
I feel stronger every time I leave here.